everyone, and welcome back to our regularly scheduled Make It Monday videos. So I'm starting with the stitched party banners from Fawn. I have the smaller banner and then the circle. And I'm going to cut the circle out of a piece of Coordination's 110-pound cardstock, and then I'm going to cut the banner out of a piece of craft cardstock that I have. So I'm just going ahead and securing my dies into place using a piece of washi tape, and then I can run them both through my Cuttlebug at the same time. It's just a little bit of a time saver to do all the Cuttlebug work at once. So I'll take out my Cuttlebug and then run that right through. I have the A plate, the C plate, my die, paper, and the B plate. So then I can go ahead and remove those. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my Cuttlebug one more time as long as I have it out. So I have a chevron embossing folder from Doris, and I am going to emboss the craft banner that I already cut. So I'll just go ahead and run that through my Cuttlebug. And for embossing with the Cuttlebug, you use your A plate, your B plate, your embossing folder, and then another B plate. So that's why you need 2 B plates if you want to emboss with your Cuttlebug. Alright, so I'll take that out and then set that aside for now. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the circle that I die cut out. And I'm stamping that with the Critters on the Savannah stamp set. I'm going to use the giraffe. And since I'll color this in with my Copic markers, I'm going to stamp that with my Tuxedo Black Memento ink. And you might be thinking that the giraffe looks a lot bigger than that circle, but that's okay because I just want the giraffe's head kind of peeking up over the circle, so I'm not going to even ink up the entire thing just because I know I'm not going to stamp the whole thing. So I'll just fit that on there and stamp it down. And then I'm also going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment at the same time. It says, "Hi there." And then I'll also stamp that with my Tuxedo Black Memento ink right to the left of the giraffe. And then I will go ahead and color that in with my Copic markers. So I went ahead and finished coloring that. And now I can go back to my banner. I'm going to ink this up with my Walnut Stain Distress Ink and a foam blending tool. So I'm just going to go over it really lightly, and then that is just going to ink up the raised parts of the embossed. So then the chevron is just going to be a little bit darker than the background. So you're still going to be able to see some of the craft through, but I just wanted the chevron to show up a little bit more on my card. So now I'm going to take my pattern paper that's from the Lawn Fawn 6x6 Into the Woods paper pad, and I cut this down to 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, and I'm just adhering that on to a white A2 size card base. It's a top folding card base, so I just took an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and cut it in half the long way and then folded it in half. Next, I'm going to take my tag and I'm going to put a little bit of this natural twine from Lawn Fawn through the top. So I'm going to string this through, and I'm just using one piece. So string it through to the back and then back through to the front, and then I'm going to trim off my end there so that I can tie it into a bow. And I'm not going to center the bow on there. I want it more towards the left side. So it kind of went over there, but I'm going to keep it over there and then tie my bow. I first tied a knot so that it would stay in place when I tied the bow on there. And when I do this, I like to take both of the loops and pull them up towards the top, and then take the strings and pull them towards the bottom. And I just find it kind of helps situate the bow a little bit better and makes it stay so that it looks like a really pretty bow. And then I can go ahead and trim off the ends. I don't want them quite that long. And then I'm just using my ATG gun to attach that to my card front. And I'm going to center it right in the middle of my patterned paper. To attach the giraffe circle to the card, I'm just using some 3D foam squares. These are the large foam squares from Best Creation. I'll go ahead and remove the backings to each of those 3D foam squares, and then I can attach that right to the center of my banner die cut. And then I thought this card needed a little bit of something else, so I'm using the matching sequins from Lawn Fawn. They match the Into the Woods paper pad. So I'm just picking some of the colors, and I'm going to randomly scatter those onto my card front. And I like them because they come in different sizes. There's some really little ones and then some really big, like you can see that green one is a really large sequin. And then I am just adhering those into place with my Tombow Mono Multi Glue. You can also use glossy accents or the multi-matte medium. And all of the supplies I did use for this card will be linked below, so you can check them out if you wish to. And then that is my finished card for today, so thank you so much for watching. If you're not a subscriber already, you can go ahead and subscribe to catch all of my latest videos, and I will see you back here next time. Bye!